Hey, what's up? This is Chris from the Cyber Seneca Letters, here again with another episode of Cyber Philosophy Weekly, but I'm going to start calling it Hacker Philosophy Weekly. And by the end of this letter and this video and podcast, you will understand why I've decided to change the name from Cyber Philosophy to Hacker Philosophy. This continues topics that were brought up in letter 3 called On Fair Winds. It was recently published. There's a blog, a video, and a podcast version of it. So however you would like to check that out, please do. It's available on cyberseneca.com. So I'm going to talk about hacker mindset. And we're going to kind of walk through this little by little. It's something that was brought up in the letter. Okay, so one of the subtopics, like I mentioned in the letter, was having a hacker mindset. I wanted to do a deep dive about that for a few minutes because I feel like there's some important concepts that can help people at really all stages of their career, their journey. When I used to hear the word hacker, it brought to mind one thing, someone that breaks into computers. Now, as I have grown as a professional red teamer and then a manager of red teams, the definition of that term has changed for me. Back then, I was applying the term hacker to actions only. Now, I've started to realize that it isn't a thing that is done, but it's how a thing is done. So being a hacker is a mindset, and mindsets are something that can be cultivated and grown. So what is a hacker mindset? And how does it differ from an offensive security mindset or even a red team mindset? Well, see, a hacker is someone that will solve a problem through whatever means they have available. An offensive security mindset is solving problems via methods that take the solution to the problem. And a red team mindset is solving a problem through a defined set of tools and techniques. Hacker, offensive security, red team. Hacker, again, we're just going to fix a problem. Offensive security, I have a way to fix a problem. I'm going to go take it to the problem. I have a solution. I'm going to go take it to the problem. Red team mindset, I have a very defined set of tools and techniques in which I can solve specific problems. Now, the further that a person strays away from a hacker mindset, the more narrow the tools to solve a problem become. I personally realize this the most when I talk to other red team operators and I ask them, hey, why do you like being a red teamer? I can't tell you the amount of times I've gotten the answers that are very similar to, I like doing red team operations because it's fun. I like doing operations because operations. It's a tautology. I like doing something because something. 1 equals 1. Now see, while a red team mindset may be appropriate for a person that is early in their career, it can and will lead to stagnation if and when that person decides that it's time to start growing. And as they grow, they will push the boundaries of themselves, and they will brush and push against the boundaries of the framework that they have drawn around themselves as a red team operator. Now, one step up is an offensive security mindset, that is taking the solution to the problem. To me, an offensive security mindset is a comfortable mental state to exist in. See, we aren't so limited by our own scope because our toolbox is bigger, and we follow through to make sure that the problem gets fixed, and we do that by bringing our solutions to the problem. People that practice and live in the offensive security mindset use their own skills to make their environment, their team, or their world a better place. Now, if I were to practice this mental state, it would be me bringing my experience, the tools that I know, the tradecraft in which I can wield those tools to the problem. And an offensive security mindset is proactive. It has the opportunity and potential for growth. And a growth mindset is important ingredient for a fulfilled life. If there's one thing that I can urge a person listening to this or reading to take away from, it's that a growth mindset is the most important thing that a person can cultivate. So what about a hacker mindset then? Well, a hacker mindset is the simplest. Solve a problem using whatever method is available. See, the biggest difference between an offensive security mindset and a hacker mindset are people and processes. The scope of the solution has increased, as hackers are no longer taking full responsibility for the implementation of the solution themselves. Offensive security is going to be, I have the solution, I will take it to the problem. Hacker mindset is, I know how to solve this problem, let's go get it done. You see, hackers, we care not that we solve the problem personally, only that it gets solved. A hacker mindset is a step away from our own ego, and always a step towards moving forward, which, by reading letter 3 on fair winds, that's exactly what that letter talks about, always moving forward. Now, if I can solve a problem through the enablement of another person, I do it. If I can solve a problem by tweaking a process or policy, I do it. What separates a hacker from an offensive security professional? Ego. Simply put, just ego. If I am unwilling to let someone else solve a problem or fix something, that is my ego getting in the way of moving forward. The hackers are inclusive of all professions, of all peoples, because the message is simple enough to understand. Find a problem, get problem fixed. It is for this reason that I am proud to call myself a hacker manager. I grow by helping others become hackers. I grow by enabling hackers. And hackers are people that are willing to solve problems, disregard their own ego, and focus on the mission. So it is with that I have decided to step away from Cyber Philosophy Weekly and implement Hacker Philosophy Weekly, because that is the kind of growth mindset that I want to help enable in other people. And farewell, and may fair winds ever move you forward.